It's game 2 of this 4-game series. And hi, everybody, and welcome in. Jim Hunter and Mike Flanagan. Orioles tonight looking to snap what is now an 8-game losing streak. But we have a milestone on the verge of occurring here tonight as Nick Markakis comes into tonight's game 1 hit shy of 1,000 in his career. And when you put together that many hits in a career, and he still has a long way to go, the one thing that comes to mind is consistency.
That really is it for Nick Markakis, consistency. He usually plays all but maybe 1 or 2 games, 160 games to 162 every year. Seems to have between 180 and 190 hits every year. And again, durable, consistent, and reliable.
Well, looking back over his career, and you were in part responsible for Nick coming to the major leagues, but you think back to that first hit, and you knew he was going to be special when the first hit as a big leaguer was a home run.
Yeah, wouldn't it be great if he ends up with 3,000 hits, and his first one's a home run, and his 3,000th would be a home run. But 500 career hits, the double against the Twins, and number 750. An infield single against the Rangers. So again, but it's the consistency. It's the year after year, the reliability, and frankly, the durability that's going to make him a special player.
And when you're a Baltimore Oriole and a career Baltimore Oriole, you are compared constantly to those who came before. And in the case of Nick Markakis, he compares very favorably to 2 guys who, oh, by the way, happen to be in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, that he does. And again, he's off to a great start in his young career. If you look at Cal Ripken, he ended up with 3,184 hits. But in game 874, he got his 1,000th hit, and Brooks Robinson fell a little bit short of the 3,000, but he had his 1,000th hit in game number 989, and certainly Nick Markakis will be able to do it in less games to give with a base hit tonight than those 2.
And the thing about Nick Markakis is he uses all of the field, and even though the opposing teams don't like to give him a lot to hit, he somehow finds his way to get those base hits.
Yeah, he does. I mean, he hits the ball where it's pitched. If you're going to pitch him away, he'll take it and go that way. The ultimate compliment to any hitter is that there's no one way to pitch you.
Now, the Orioles looking for a win to snap this skid. Jake Arrieta takes the mound tonight. Hopefully he'll be able to get it done as he's looking for his 10th win on the year, which leads the Orioles staff. It is a gorgeous night for baseball. We're coming back. Lineups and first pitch are next. Is brought to you by Southwest Airlines. Southwest Airlines' new Rapid Rewards, unlimited reward seats, and no blackout dates. And by Sonic, America's drive-in. It's new, it's better. It's the new Sonic Good. What a night we had here at Oriole Park, and the National Guard flyover here at Oriole Park at Camden Yards. And always nice to see the flyovers at the ball yard. Time For the game time temperature, brought to you by Train. Visit Train.com for an independent Train comfort specialist dealer near you. It's hard to stop a Train. 84 degrees and a lovely 29% humidity here at Oriole Park at Camden Yards. Birds and Indians will play game 2 of this 4-game series. Let's get a look at the Indian starting lineup, brought to you by Southwest Airlines. Michael Brantley, Asdrubal Cabrera, and Travis Hafner, who will DH and bat third. His bat is heating up. Over the last 6 games, a .348 average, home run, and 6 RBIs. Carlos Santana and Grady Sizemore, with the veteran Orlando Cabrera at second, then Travis Buck, Matt Laporta, and the rookie Lonnie Chisenhall.
Tonight's scouting report is brought to you by APSIA. Visit APSIA.org, the Association for IT Pros. For Jake Arrieta, it'll be to throw strikes in his last 34 innings, 17 walks. Has to improve on that tonight. And home cooking. Jake's last 4 starts have all been on the road in tough places to pitch. 1 and 3 in that time, so good to be back home for Jake. And slam the door. What he needs to do is to keep the Indians off the board early. They are 20-6 when they score in the first inning.
So Arrieta, for a third time, trying to win that 10th on the year. He's 9-6. He has lost his last 2 starts, and he has pitched a total of just 9 1/3 innings in those 2 starts. So not only do the Orioles need a quality start tonight, they'd like to get a 7 or 8 inning start if he has it in him. And there's the skipper, Buck Showalter, after serving his 1-game suspension. He sat with Andy McPhail and Andy's box last night, and now back down on the bench.
Yeah, I'm sure he's happy to be down on ground level.
So here's Arrieta ready to work, and the first pitch is right there for a strike, and it's 0-1. Brantley's got a 2-game hitting streak going. Good numbers, 276 home runs and 36 RBIs. Credible numbers in that leadoff spot. He's 24 years old, and Arrieta misses outside, 1-1.
I think Brantley, a very patient hitter, rarely swings at the first couple of pitches. It's a club that strikes out a lot.
And there's a line drive, softly hit left center field. It falls in for a base hit. Michael Brantley on with the leadoff single, and Arrieta goes to the stretch.
Let's take a look at the Orioles' Nissan defense tonight. PA will be back in left field tonight. Jones in center, Markakis in right. Reynolds, Hardy, Andino, Lee, and Wieters round out the infield. Jake Arrieta on the mound. It's Nissan's bottom line sales event, and we're laying it all on the line. Visit ChooseNissan.com or your local dealer today.
Here's Asdrubal Cabrera. So Arrieta now will go to work with a man on. Last night, Jeremy Guthrie allowed 3 runs in the first inning on a pair of home runs, including the man at the plate.
Yeah, really getting on the board early again last night with the Indians, and that's when they are at their best. 3 runs in the first inning. Cabrera getting it all started with that home run up onto the flag court in right field.
0-1 on the foul ball. Brantley definitely a stolen base threat. He doesn't go, and it's foul back again. It's 0-2. There have been 12 stolen base attempts on Arrieta on the year. 8 have made it, and the Orioles have caught 4.
Yeah, he's not that quick to the plate. And again, Buck Showalter's talked about it. You give Matt Wieters behind the plate half a chance, and he'll take care of the rest. And you want to be around 1-3, 1-4 at the slowest. That's a pretty good lead.
Draws a throw and gets back easily.
And what you do is try to read that cutout over at first base to tell. One way to tell if the base runner or base potential stealer has a big lead. Right at that cut. That's really kind of a 2-step and a dive to get back.
He doesn't go, and the pitch is down and away off speed. And a ball and 2 strikes on Cabrera. Has got a 5-game hitting streak working. 7 for 21 in that stretch. He has really become a complete hitter. He's got the 15 home runs. He's tied for 6th in the league in base hits. And in that number 2 spot in the Indians lineup, he has 40 extra base hits. Those are power hitting numbers there for Cabrera. Then the pitch is bounced and in the hole, through for a base hit into right field. Brantley goes to second and Cabrera on at first. So neither ball hit off Arrieta very hard. but they each found a hole, one a bloop and one a ground ball.
Well, what it is, it's professional hitting. You see, with Derek Lee holding him on at first base, that ball's able to get through. That's where Cabrera intended to hit the ball. And that's, again, when you are just hitting like a veteran major league hitter.
Arrieta in a bit of a jam, 2 on and none out. And here is Travis Hafner, the DH, a very patient hitter. 8 home runs and 36 RBIs. One thing you know with him, he's not going to bunt. And the pitch misses outside, 1-0.
You're right, he's a patient hitter, and he's their hottest hitter on the year against the Orioles. 8 for 11 with 2 home runs. As we said last night, the top 4 in this order on base 11 times, and they're back at it again early in the game tonight.
Hardy shading up the middle to keep Brantley close. And the fastball for a strike. Hafner doesn't think so and walks away. That's a big call there for Arrieta. Instead of 2-0, it's even at 1-1.
Well, you want to make a big pitch, and Jake did. 2-0 pitch. 1-0 pitch, excuse me. And Hafner's really looking for something he can pull or drive.
And a double play ball. Andino to Hardy, 1, back to first. There's 2. It goes 4-6-3, and 2 men down in the first. The defense played perfectly, and Hafner hit it right to Andino.
Yeah, 1 solid pitch is all it takes sometimes. First and second, nobody out. Breaks Hafner's bat. Andino to Hardy. And over to Lee.
And the Maryland Lottery's double play contestant of the game is Dorothy Upperman of Glen Burnie. For every double play the Orioles hit during the game tonight, Dorothy wins $1,000 from the Maryland Lottery. And now you can enter 2 great scratch-offs for a chance to win. To see how you can turn non-winning double play or Amazing 8s scratch-offs into cash or Amazing Orioles prizes, go to mdlottery.com/double play. So already $1,000 turn. Carlos Santana, the cleanup hitter, up. Runner at third, 2 down. And the fastball misses outside, 2-0. Santana got into 1 last night. How about that? 3 hits on the year and 2 are home runs.
Yeah, 3 for 12 on the season. A big 2-run home run in the first inning.
Arrieta from the windup, knocked down by Wieters. He just saved the run. The ball bounced in. And Wieters got in front of it.
Yeah, great block on about a 48-footer. One thing we're also seeing tonight is Arrieta's delivery is a little bit bigger than normal. Hands going way over the top of his head, but nice block by Wieters. Fundamentally sound.
3-0 on Santana. And there's a strike, 3-1. Now, what might that do for him to have changed that midseason?
Well, you may be comfort, on the part of Arrieta. Sometimes as you get to the big leagues, you want to cut your delivery down, have less moving parts. But if you're watching Jake tonight, hands way over the top of his head, that is something new.
Deals 3-1, and it's popped up. Shallow center field. Hardy out. Jones is charging in. Adam calls, and he has it for the out. Nicely done by Arrieta. 2 on and none out, and he pitches out of it. Indians don't score. Here come the Birds in the bottom of the first. Play pitches out of it. Here come the Orioles in the bottom of the first. Southwest Airlines starting lineup for the Birds, and J.J. Hardy in that leadoff spot. Big-time career numbers against the Indians, 304 home run and 8 RBIs. Then Markakis, Jones, and Wieters with Derek Lee batting fifth. Mark Reynolds at third base. Nolan Reimel DHs tonight with Guerrero out of the lineup. Then P.A. and Andino to round it out.
Look at our after scouting report on Josh Tomlin. Control artist. He's had just 6 walks in his last 82 innings. He's always around the plate. And he has been great early. He's only allowed 2 first-inning runs. So want to keep that up tonight. And historically consistent. 30 starts in the major leagues, 5 innings pitched at least every single start, a Cleveland club record. And you have to go back to 1919 to find someone better at the major league level.
Hardy a tapper slowly towards third. Here comes Chisenhall. The throw is in time. He got him by an eyelash. So J.J. Hardy trying to leg it out for an infield hit, but Chisenhall with a good throw got him.
Yeah, a little cut fastball, but Chisenhall makes a nice play. Very much under control. I guess it's know thy runner. Gets his feet underneath him. Quick flip throw, and by a half a step. Nice under control play by the young third baseman.
So Hardy is retired. He is now just 3 for his last 24. Bat has cooled off a bit. And here's Nick Markakis. And the pitch is high, 1-0. Markakis, 999 career hits. He's got a 7-game hitting streak working. And the fans hoping they see it here tonight. And there's a strike, takes all the way.
And again, we talk about Markakis. His amazing consistency. In his career, 501 hits here at Camden Yards, 498 on the road.
And he looks at it down and in, 2-1.
A difference of 3 hits between home and away.
Who does he think he is, Stan Musial?
Well, he's well on his way.
2-1 the count. And it's high, ball 3.
And that's the one thing with Dick. It may take him, if he's fortunate enough to stay healthy and have the longevity we talked about with Brooks Robinson or Cal Ripken, Eddie Murray, and stay healthy and stay consistent. He's on his way. Third of the way there. Cal's, it was like 1,000 hits the first 6 years, another 1,000 the next 6 years, and again another 1,000 the last 6 years.
3-2 the count, 1 out, none on. Oh, and a good cut, and he fouled it straight back.
The thing with Markakis, so it may take him a little longer again because those guys walked a lot more, or a lot less, than Markakis. Nick's had as many as 99 walks in one season.
And another foul back. Well, Musial in his career had 3,630 hits, which is 4th all time. 1,815 in St. Louis, 1,815 on the road. That is just amazing. Another 3-2 to Markakis. And a high pop foul heading towards the crowd. That'll be back out of play.
Again, it's a number built around consistency and longevity.
There are 28 players in the big leagues with 3,000 hits, with Derek Jeter now joining the list. And there's a bloop to center field. Brady Sizemore. Easy play, has it for the out. Markakis retired and 2 men down in the Oriole first.
Take a look at our Nissan defense tonight for the Indians. Brantley in left, Sizemore in center. Travis Buck will be in right field. Chisenhall at third base. Cabrera rounding out the middle. Laporta at first. Carlos Santana behind the plate.
Here's Adam Jones, 2 outs and nobody on. Adam took an 0 for 4 in the game last night and is 2 for his last 11. Batting average at 282. And it's outside, 1-0. The control of Tomlin, as Mike talked about it, it's amazing. He's averaging 1.09 walks per 9 innings. The only pitcher in the major leagues, not just the American League, but the major leagues, who is better than that is Roy Halladay. Roy Halladay is at 1.07 and Tomlin's 1.09. And Jones, a high fly ball to left. Waiting for it is Brantley. And Brantley will put it away, and the Orioles go 3 up and 3 down in the first. So Tomlin has a 3 up, 3 down inning. We'll head to the second. Indians and Orioles, no score. .2110 Utah Street, presented by Southwest Airlines, returns to Camden Yards as the Birds face the Indians at 7:05. And for one low price, fans can receive a reserved Utah Street bleacher seat plus an exclusive 2110 Utah Street T-shirt. Now, space is limited, so join your fellow fans of Nick Markakis and Adam Jones for your tickets, 888-848-BIRD, or if you prefer, just go online at Orioles.com. And the Orioles tonight with the alternate Friday jerseys, the black jerseys, which they wear home and road, but only on Fridays. Here's Grady Sizemore. Cabrera and Buck will follow against Arrieta. And strike at the knees, and it's 0-1. Sizemore's got a 3-game hitting streak going. He's again battled injuries this year. They are a much different team when he's in the lineup.
Usually would hit around the middle of the lineup, now move down. Brantley has really taken over that role for the Indians.
And it's 0-2 on a breaking ball. Two singles to begin the game, then a double play ball and a fly ball, and Arrieta got out of it. Here's the 0-2 to Sizemore, just inside. Arrieta averages 4.4 walks per 9 innings, and that number he knows needs to improve. He's walked 48 total in his 18 starts.
He has not gone to start without having a walk.
And in the dirt, 2-2.
He walked 4 last time out. He's walked 4 in the start 3 times.
Here's Rick there with the chart, or his pitching coach. Jake's strikeouts are up from last year. He's averaging 7 per game. Last year, 6. And there's a liner to left. PA back on it. Still going back, and it's over his head. And it bounces up against the wall. PA will get it back in. So there's a leadoff double for Grady Sizemore. Good piece of hitting. As he went with the pitch.
And has pretty good power to all fields. 2-2 pitch. Again, not that bad a pitch. Low and away. And just hits a low rocket to left field and over the head of PA.
Our Dodge Ram Exmo brought to you by Ram Trucks, designed, tested, and proven to be the best trucks we've ever built. Ram. So another runner in scoring position for Cleveland, and it's a leadoff double. Here's Orlando Cabrera. 36-year-old veteran. And Arrieta gets ahead 0-1. Cabrera just 1 for his last 21. And what he'll try to do here is hit something to the right side to get Sizemore to third base. And he does hit it to right field. Markakis towards the line, has it for the out. And Sizemore was playing it halfway, so he can't tag. And Nick throws all the way into third base, 1 down. Well, Jake Arrieta has 9 wins on the year. And 5 of those wins this year are against AL Central teams. You see the difference. 5 starts against the Central, 13 elsewhere. So 5-0 versus 4-6. A stellar ERA in the Central. Look at the batting average against, just .211 versus .255. He has beaten Kansas City twice, and he has beaten Chicago, Detroit, and Minnesota once each. It's his first start against the Indians this year.
Yeah, he really has dominated that Central in a couple of those games on the road in Chicago and in Kansas City. Outstanding efforts. Not sure what the reason would be.
For his career, he has 15 wins. He's 15-12, and he is 6-2 against the Central. 1-1 on Travis Buck. Sizemore at second now with 1 down, and there's a fastball for a strike, and it's 0-2. So pitching backwards there, breaking ball fastball, and he gets ahead. As we're looking from center field on this beautiful night. I could get used to this low humidity. Did you turn your air conditioning off?
Of course.
Absolutely. Open up the windows, some nice fresh air.
So you have air conditioning?
Is the 0-2 inside? Well, on the normal summer nights here, you're glad to have it.
Well, see, I grew up in New Hampshire, and
right.
Really didn't have air conditioning.
You didn't need it?
No, it was 2 seasons. It was July 4th and winter. It wasn't until I arrived in Baltimore that I realized I needed air conditioning.
Ball and 2 strikes on Buck. And Arrieta gets him. A good breaking ball down and in, and Travis Buck swings through it. So a leadoff double. Sizemore's out there now with 2 men down.
Again, Arrieta in trouble and making a big pitch. 1-2 pitch in the zone and right through. That is the most improved pitch in Arrieta's arsenal, is that breaking ball. Looked like a strike and then had that late finish. But you're right, the strikeouts have gone up for Arrieta this year.
Here's Matt Laporta, the first baseman. 8 home runs, 32 RBIs. So Arrieta not away from getting out of another jam. And he gets ahead on 1, and he's doing that very consistently tonight. Throwing strike 1. Showalter hoping for a deep start tonight by Arrieta. There's the 0-1, swing and a miss, and it's 0-2.
Yeah, really tied him up. Last year, Arrieta made 18 starts for the Orioles, 6-6 last year, and I think we talked about it. 48 walks in 100 innings. This year, 9-6, and just about 100 innings. He has the 48 walks, but 25 more strikeouts than he had last year through 18 starts. ERA, somewhat surprising, a little higher this year than last year.
The 0-2 to Laporta, line drive and a base hit to right field. Markakis plays the carom, Sizemore being set. Here's the throw towards the plate. He is safe at the plate as Wieters can't handle the throw. So Matt Laporta with a clutch 2-out base hit, and the Indians grab a 1-0 lead.
That's one thing the Indians do so well, is those runners in scoring position numbers, just about the best in the league or near the top. So right there, Markakis had to back up a little bit to get a good hop. That may have been the difference. You can see Wieters try to make the swipe tag.
It was behind in the count, but still got the hit. Here's Lonnie Chisenhall, the number 9 batter, the rookie third baseman. Found back on 1. As the Orioles are looking to snap several streaks here tonight. They've lost 8 in a row overall as a team, and the starters now have gone 14 consecutive starts without a win. Buck Showalter last saw a starter win on June 26 when Jeremy Guthrie beat Cincinnati. They're 0-11 with 3 no decisions in the last 14 games. And a liner to left, Piet's there. Felix comes in now, makes the grab, and the inning ends. So a 2-out single gets in a run. We'll head to the bottom of the second. The Indians now with a 1-0 lead. By Luna. Call today for the Luna Double and get your second room of flooring free. Call 877-241-LUNA. At-bats per home run in the American League, Jose Bautista 9.71. That's why he's got a lot of home runs. Then Mark Teixeira and Curtis Granderson, Nelson Cruz in Texas, and Mark Reynolds of the Orioles at 14.50. Reynolds is 6th in the league with his 20 home runs. We're about 3rd this inning. Wieters, Lee, then Reynolds against Tomlin, who retired the side in order in the first. And a strike taken outside, and it's 0-1. Wieters 1 for 4 in the opener last night. It was a breaking ball outside. He's got 10 hits over his last 9 games. Facing 26-year-old Josh Tomlin tonight. And Bob Davidson, it took him an inning plus a pitch, and he just called a ball.
Well, he just called a ball, I think, for going to his mouth.
There's a 2-1, and it's down and in, ball 3. You know, I've been wondering about that as Tim Belcher's looking out thinking, what's going on with that, but
we knew he'd make his presence felt.
And Wieters to center field and deep. Way back it goes, and the ball is gone. And it's a tie game here at Camden Yards. His 9th on the year, and we're back even.
You see the smile on Matt Wieters' face. This ball is well struck up and out over the plate. One of those, no doubt about it, the ball appears to be carrying extremely well tonight. At about 6 or 7 rows up. Really a one-handed swing by Wieters.
Wieters is the first Oriole in the last 6 games now to hit a home run other than Derek Lee, who's at the plate. Outside. Derek Lee 7 RBIs now in the past 6 games, and he has hit 3 home runs in those games. And there's a strike taken.
Looks like he's moved up on the plate a little bit tonight. And Tomlin on the mound, 10-game winner, not a hard thrower.
There's a bouncer and foul down the third base line, and got a hanger there.
May barely touch 90 miles an hour, usually about 88 to 90. Control artist, rarely walks anyone. Fields his position extremely well.
Out of Derek Lee, 1 and 2. And this one is center field. Sizemore has a play. And he grabs it for the out. 1 down in the second. Matt Wieters, the Orioles All-Star, hits his 9th. It's his 25th extra base hit. The Orioles, after the Indians grab the lead, right back even. Well, one down here in the second. That'll bring up Mark Reynolds. Reynolds a threat to hit it out every time he steps up. He was 0 for 4 with 3 strikeouts last night. He takes ball 1. He's in a 3 for 24 drought. And in those 24 at-bats, he has struck out 13 times. Reached the off-speed pitch 1-1.
Yeah, a little cut fastball again. Tomlin, nothing overpowering. No pitch that would grade out above average. Little cutter, little curveball, straight changeup. But he said he knows how to pitch.
Reynolds a high pop-up down the line. And that is fading back. It'll be out of play. You know, you look at Tomlin and his career. He was drafted by the Indians in the 19th round in 2006. So even entering pro ball, there wasn't a lot of fanfare. And the Indians kept him in the minor leagues for 134 games and 87 starts. They brought him along ultra slowly.
Well, I don't think it was bringing him along. He really was not considered a prospect by many of the people in the Cleveland Indian organization.
1-2 nearly hit him, 2-2.
I mean, who he reminds me of? I guess a little bit like Mike Boddicker, who spent a lot of time in the minor leagues, had a lot of success. I mean, you look at Tomlin's minor league numbers, 51 and 24. Outstanding. But he didn't, again, light up the radar gun, and really took, they say, a lot of the coaching staff to really beg to give Tomlin a chance. He said all he does is win. He's not going to light up the radar gun, not going to light up the board. And what has he done? He's been Mr. Consistency at the big league level. Again, every start he's pitched at least 5 innings.
3-2 is foul back.
He doesn't walk people. I mean, he's really gutsy with his stuff. I mean, he's beaten the Yankees 2 starts ago against the Yankees, pitched 7 innings, just allowed 3 hits. Walked 1, struck out 5.
3-2 on Reynolds, 1 out, none on. And a slow roller toward shortstop as Drupal Cabrera will get it to first, and 2 down in the Orioles second. Well, Nolan Reimold is DHing tonight. He's in the number 7 spot for a second consecutive game. Vladimir Guerrero unable to play because of this hit by pitch he took at Fenway Park on Sunday. And it is really hurting him, his right hand. He was furious because of everything that went on up there, and no one rode in on him. So Vladimir, who, you know how much he loves to play and loves to swing the bat, 2 days in a row. Yesterday, he didn't even try. Today, he tried to hit in the cage with Jim Presley, and after about 4 swings, shut it down.
Got so many little bones in that hand.
And now the Orioles will need to make a decision. He was to see Dr. Wilkins today. Reimold gets the start to see the short and long-term prognosis, and a fly ball to deep left field. That ball is back, and that ball is gone. The Orioles hit 2 home runs in the inning and grabbed the lead at 2-1. Number 5 on the year for Reimold.
So far, Tomlin is giving up about 820 feet of homers. He doesn't even want to look. Hanging cutter. Reimold, a lot of top hand to it. And that one about 10 rows up in left center field.
I'm not forgetting on that.
Well, here is Felix Pie.
I think Tomlin will allow the home run. He's given up 15 on the year, but he's been most of solos. I think 11 of the 15 coming into the night.
Yeah, that was a number that jumped out at me as he deals to PA, simply because he had allowed more home runs coming into tonight's game than he had walked back.
Than walks.
You normally don't see that. So now 17 allowed, 2 in this inning.
Now what it tells you, he'll take a chance, 3-2 to throw it over the plate.
PA fouls it back. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Felix 1 out of 13 in his last 6 games. He has not been getting regular playing time, so getting back-to-back starts, good for him. And strike 3 called. Off-speed pitch at the knees, and Tomlin ends the inning, but not before Wieters goes deep. Reimold goes deep. The Orioles grab a 2-1 lead. Orioles Baseball on Masson is brought to you by Southwest Airlines. Southwest Airlines' new Rapid Rewards, unlimited reward seats, and no blackout dates. And by Navy Federal Credit Union. A loan from Navy Federal Credit Union makes car buying easy. Visit NavyFederal.org to calculate your payment. What a night in the Inner Harbor. Going to get the Flanagan yacht out later and take a cruise around the harbor.
Yeah, take that little dinghy over to the yacht.
There you go. As long as we get on your yacht. Here's Michael Brantley leading off in the third. Arrieta now has a lead. And this is high, 1-0.
Water ski off the back of a rowboat, then go for it.
Okay. I'm game. You know, after my kayaking experience,
I'll try anything.
Yeah. I've learned how to, swim to safety. There's a liner and a base hit over the glove of Andino. Well, Brantley's 2 for 2 and a leadoff single in the Cleveland third inning. Fans, the Orioles will take on the Red Sox at Camden Yards next week. It's a 3-game series, Monday through Wednesday. So help us paint the ballpark orange for this classic rival in the AL East. You can get your tickets in advance and save. Call 888-848-BIRD or go online at Orioles.com. 12:35 finale in that series on Wednesday. The Businessman Special. Here's Asdrubal Cabrera. Working on it first with none down. Draws the throw and dives back in safely. Jake Arrieta out of Plano, Texas. And his mound opponent tonight, Josh Tomlin, is out of White House, Texas. When they went to high school, Texas is such a big state, 164 miles apart from the Lone Star State. Throw behind the runner and getting back in safely is Brantley. He bluffed going and then had to get back to the base.
Yeah, great snap throw. You see how well Wieters and Derek Lee work. With the snap throw, he gets himself in a position just to do a kind of a blind tag. Catch it and go for the corner of the bag. He's really not going for the hand. Just knowing where the end of that base is.
1-0 on Cabrera. And that misses outside. Arrieta's last start was last Thursday at Fenway Park, so a little bit extra rest in between, which at this time of year is not a bad thing. He lasted only 4 1/3 and gave up 5 runs, 4 earned, including 2 home runs. 2-0 to Cabrera's a high fly ball to left. That ball has carry on it. PA is back, and that ball is gone. It gets into the first row in left field, an opposite field 2-run homer. It's going to be one of those nights. The Indians have a 3-2 lead.
Well, and the ball is flying. We talk about how it seems to be cool tonight. Last time it happened that big offensive barrage against the Nationals here has the same kind of feel tonight. Had that ball go over PA's head early on off the bat of Sizemore right here. Cabrera looks like it's a little off the end of the bat, and he's tracking it, and the ball just carries into the first row. So only 3 home runs allowed in the game.
So Cabrera hits number 16. He's 2 for 2. Brantley's 2 for 2 ahead of him. And the Indians grab the lead right back.
Now the top 4 in the Indians order have now been on base 15 times.
So Arrieta allows his 16th home run on the year. After bounced into a double play his first at bat. Takes low 2-0.
Just a gentle breeze blowing out. That ball is flying tonight.
Two misses outside, ball 3. In his last 3 losses, Arrieta has allowed 5 home runs in those games. There's a strike, 3-1 as Hafner took all the way.
That last 4 starts, he's pitched at Fenway Park, in Atlanta, in Pittsburgh, and in Toronto.
And of those games, the only one he was able to win was the game in Pittsburgh. It was outside ball 4 and a walk to Hafner. Arrieta has allowed 6 hits already, 2 in each of the first 3 innings, and still nobody down here in the 3rd. Rick Adair, the pitching coach, will come out for a visit.
It really is it's almost I was not sure which way to go. If I throw it for the corner, I'm falling behind and missing, and then when I get behind, I throw it over the plate. They really seem to have a beat on it.
Zach Britton, by the way, who was optioned out last weekend, is pitching tonight for Bowie. It's his first start for the Bay Sox. He's trailing 1-0 in the 3rd after allowing a solo home run. The plan is for Zach pitch tonight and pitch again for the Bay Sox on the 20th and then reevaluate. There's Carlos Santana with Hafner at first and none down. Santana flied out to center field to end the 1st inning. And the breaking ball too far inside, 1-0. Santana, switch hitter, requesting time. He's 25 years old. He signed with the Dodgers out of the Dominican Republic when he was 18, which actually is quite old. It's a sign.
An old timer.
Most of the big time prospects that come out of the Dominican, they're discovered at 16. As soon as they are able to sign, the clubs gobble them up. 1-1 on Santana. And it's high 2-1. Batting from this side of the plate, just .212, but 13 home runs. Better hitter for average batting right-handed, but far less power. Low, ball 3, so the command all of a sudden abandoning Jake Arrieta.
Yeah, falling behind. Straight changeup at 87. There's been a lot of talk about home plate collisions of late. After what happened with Buster Posey out with the Giants, Santana at the plate was involved in one with the Red Sox. That ended his season. Ryan Kalish at Fenway Park last August 2nd. Suffered a pretty severe knee injury.
Arrieta misses far inside and back-to-back walks. So the first 4 have reached. A single by Brantley, home run by Cabrera, and now back-to-back walks.
Yeah, 2 runners in the first, couple of runners in the second. And the first 4 reaching base here in the 3rd. Not a good omen. ball strike ratio, 20 balls, 26 strikes, not where Jake wants to be.
Grady Sizemore doubled and scored in the second. Yet again in need of a double play ball. Breaking ball misses low.
And continually falling behind the hitters, making it difficult.
Foul out of play. 1-1 on Sizemore. First pitch strikes, 50% for Arrieta, 5 out of 8 for Tomlin.
He has still made a couple of big pitches in the game, even though they have 6 hits and 3 runs already on the board. It was double play grounder by Hafner. Still going to need another one.
1-1 on Sizemore. Now back the other way, a ball and 2 strikes. You kind of had the feeling that it was going to be one of those nights because Arrieta gets the 4th best run support in the major leagues, and his mound opponent tonight, Tomlin, gets the 6th. So these two guys, for whatever reason, tend to get a lot of support when they're pitching, and it's 3-2 here in the third.
So what happens when you pitch against each other?
1-2 swing and a miss. He got it. So he comes back to get Sizemore. That's his 2nd strikeout and 1 away in the third.
I'm not sure this is the intended location. It's like a high cutter, and Sizemore really just swings through it. But you're right. 6 times Arrieta has had 7 times he's had 6+ runs in an outing. Just about the same number for Josh Tomlin with the Indians.
Orlando Cabrera to center field. Jones in on it. Diving catch by Jones. And he fires to second base and safe at second base to throw off the bag. And Andino couldn't get the foot in. What a play by Adam Jones. He took a base hit away from Cabrera and probably saved the run.
Yeah, but it also seems like he should have just straightened up and made a positive throw to second base. Uses a little flip throw, and not a very hard one. It's offline. And Hafner hustling to get back to second base. Nice play on the catch. That little flip throw offline. You see he's not very happy with himself.
Hafner was convinced that that ball was going to fall in, and he just took off. So the Indians get a break there. Jones, however, takes a base hit away from Cabrera. Travis Buck takes ball 1. He struck out his first at bat. Foul near the Oriole dugout, 1-1. Arrieta faced 4 batters in the first, helped out by the double play, then faced 5 batters in the second. He's now facing his 7th batter here in the third. One down and away, and it's 2-1. Good off-speed pitch. Swung on a miss, 2-2.
Yeah, tough way to pitch. 2-1 breaking ball. Travis Buck counting on a strike being thrown. Starts off and right through the strike zone. So Arrieta working very hard for his outs.
Here's the 2-2 pitch and a cue ball foul the other way.
I think Travis Buck thought another breaking ball was coming. That fastball really got in on him.
Adam Jones And has saved the run for the moment. Not doubling up Hafner's given the Indians another try, and just inside, ball 3.
They went back to the same pitch. This time Travis Buck able to lay off it. You're right. One of those, I guess, half a great play. Terrific play on the read by Jones to make the catch. But should have made a better throw to second base to finish off the inning.
The Indians will have Hafner and Santana running 3 and 2 with 2 down. Big pitch here for Arrieta. And he got him. He went back to the same pitch again, and Travis Buck swings through it. 2-run homer by Cabrera puts Cleveland on top. And the Oriole Advocates are holding their 25th annual Orioles Reach Food Drive, all to benefit the Maryland Food Bank. Players and coaches' wives, as well as volunteers from the Oriole Advocates and on-air personalities from WJZ TV, are at each gate collecting non-perishable food items or cash donations. Now, all of the donated food will be given to the Maryland Food Bank to distribute to soup kitchens, food pantries, and emergency shelters throughout the state. For more information, call the Orioles at 888-848-BIRD or visit OriolesReach.com. And we thank all the fans here at the ballpark tonight who contributed to the cause. Here's Andino, and he takes strike 1. Andino, Hardy, and Markakis, Orioles down by a run. Takes the outside corner, it's 0-2. Dirty lays off. Andino's bat has been coming around a bit. He's batting .353 in his last 6 games. It's not quite a straight platoon, but Blake Davis is getting some starts at second. Andino getting some starts. Tomlin deals 1-2 and a roller towards third, backhanded by Chisenhall. And the throw across and safe. Out as he kept his foot on the base. Nice job there by Laporta, and 1 down. Now J.J. Hardy coming up. 13 home runs on the year, and these two shortstops, Mike, really putting together offensive seasons.
Now, big parts of both ball clubs' offense. Hardy certainly real steady defensively, even has a higher fielding percentage than Cabrera.
When he looks over ball 1, and the Orioles are hoping to sign him to an extension. He can be a free agent at the end of the year. Fouls it back 1-1. Tomlin has allowed 2 hits, both home runs. Solo shots by Wieters and Reimold. There's a strike taken. 1-2 on Hardy.
Tomlin just painting that outside corner.
Weak ground ball hit towards short as Dribble Cabrera. And 2 down in the Oriole third inning. This Dayton baseball history is brought to you by Verizon Fios. Switch to Fios, a network ahead. To learn more, visit fios.com/getFios. 1993, Cal Ripken, home run number 278 as a shortstop, so he passed Ernie Banks for most all time. 1996, after 2,216 consecutive games at shortstop, Cal moved back to third base for the first time since June of '82. And 2007, the 125-year-old Phillies lose their 10,000th game. First time in MLB history a team lost that often. I'm not sure you wanted to be on that list, but we found it.
Or been there for all those games.
And there's a base hit in the right field. 1,000 for Nick Markakis. It comes with 2 down in the third. And the fans recognizing Markakis. Souvenir to Buck Showalter, and the fans a standing ovation. And Nick, as is his style, he's just playing it cool at first base. So Brooks Robinson, Cal Ripken, Nick Markakis, and Markakis is ahead of the pace, Mike, of those two Hall of Famers.
Yeah, he's ahead of it. 2,000 base hit in his 875th game, so 125 more hits than games played.
And a hard hit ball, base hit down the left field line off the bat of Adam Jones. Markakis heading to third. Willie Randolph's going to send him. Here comes Markakis towards the plate. The relay throw, and he is safe at the plate. Santana can't hold the throw. And we are tied at 3 in the third.
Really something to watch Markakis go from first to home on this play. Ground ball down to third baseline, just fair. And Markakis never breaking stride. Cuts the angle, cuts the corner, right in stride. Close play at the plate. We don't see that too often. Someone scoring from first base on a double to left field.
So Adam Jones gets it back even. All this after 2 outs and nobody on. And now Matt Wieters up. And that's inside. 1-0 on Matt. And a single by Markakis, a double by Jones. Tomlin now steps off, having trouble agreeing on a sign with Santana. This is the first time tonight the Orioles have had a runner on second base. And there's Nick Markakis, 1,000 hits. .10 is inside, 2-0 the count. Our Coors Light Cold Hard Blast brought to you by Frost Brewed Coors Light, and we go back to the second inning.
The blast by Matt Wieters gave us an indication the ball is flying tonight. Leading up the second inning, 3-2 pitch, home run.
And now behind 2-0 to Wieters, he will be walked intentionally. And they'll get a fresh count to Derek Lee.
And quite a bit of respect.
And Nick Markakis to reach the milestone. He was a rookie in 2006, and you certainly remember all those conversations. Would he make the team? Should he make the team? The Orioles played an exhibition game in Washington after coming back from Florida. He was still on the team, did make the team, and then he got off to the miserable start. And I remember you told the story about how you went to him and asked him about the slow start.
Yeah, I said, it's I think it was about the beginning of May, and they said, well, historically I'm a slow starter. I said, it's May, it's time. And it seemed like not soon after that. And historically, yet again this year, off to the slow start.
Look at that. Buck Showalter still holding that prize souvenir. So Derek Lee with a chance now. He has 2 on and 2 out. Get the Orioles the lead back. Oh, good cut and fouled it back. I was surprised before the game when we chatted with Buck Showalter, and I asked him about his feelings about the milestone, and I asked him if he believed, because Buck brought up right away, well, it's the consistency. That's how you get there. You got to be consistent. I said, well, do you admire the fact that he uses all the fields? And he said, but you know, that's not by design. And I was surprised at that, because here I always thought it was, that was just the type of hitter he was. And he said, no, it's the opposition that makes him that, and he's smart enough to do that.
Yeah, he's at different clubs, they'll pitch him differently, and he's smart enough to recognize what club is trying to do what to him. Some clubs they'll pitch him in and play him straight up. Others we've seen play a shift. Some clubs just say, well, he's such a good hitter, let's just pitch him away, play him away, and if he gets his singles, we'll get the next hitter.
Off-speed pitch is low, 1-1. You know, if you think back to this season, Adam Jones had a tough April, and in May decided to go to right field more, and all of a sudden he started getting pitches to pull, and his season turned around. I think it's maybe a style that more hitters should think about utilizing. Don't be predictable. Oh, good patience by Lee as he took that slow breaking ball.
Yeah, slow hook on the inside part of the plate.
Derek Lee's got a 4-game hitting streak going, a chance to give the Orioles the lead. And Tomlin looks Jones back to second base.
When you talked about Tomlin being out of Texas, and so they had a list of his favorite things, and he talked about what group was his favorite. He said George Strait. That's not a surprise. Favorite team growing up, Dallas Cowboys. Favorite athlete, Cal Ripken Jr.
How'd he get in there?
How did that get in the mix?
Ooh, strike on the inside corner, and Derek Lee doesn't like the call.
Let's take a look at this 2-1 pitch.
And now I know why.
That's the way Tomlin pitches. You really need an expansive zone. He counts on hitting the glove and getting the calls.
That one at the chalk of the batter's box. Placed perfectly. 2-2 is outside, ball 3. So he's not a ZZ Top fan. Huh? He likes the country.
No, it's a George Strait. I wasn't surprised. You know, favorite thing he liked to do away from baseball was to hunt. Was not surprised by that.
Runners will go 3-2 with 2 men down. Jones from second, Wieters from first. And Tomlin, seeing if Jones would go in first movement, looks him back. Adams got a huge lead off second base.
Right, trying to just keep him a couple of steps closer, perhaps any sort of a chance on the base hit.
The runners go. The 3-2 is fouled off. Straight down at the plate.
A little cut fastball. He just doesn't give in. Gets everything over the plate. So you just can't sit on a fastball in a favorable count. Well, maybe it was because Tomlin played infield when he was in high school and college. Pretty good hitter in his own right. So I guess emulating Cal Ripken Jr. would not be a bad thing.
I would say anyone who admired Cal Ripken is on the right path. Another 3-2 to Derek Lee with the runners going. High fly ball right field. Back on it is Travis Buck. Appears to have a play, and he has it for the out. But the Orioles do scratch out a run to tie it, and the milestone moment, the 1,000th base hit in the career of Nick Markakis. Orioles Baseball on Masson is brought to you by AT&T. Rethink possible. And by Nissan. It's Nissan's bottom line sales event, and we're laying it all on the line. Visit ChooseNissan.com or your local dealer today. Lovely night here at Oriole Park at Camden Yards, and a big moment for Nick Markakis. 1,000 career hits, and more importantly for the Orioles, it started a 2-out rally and they tied the game.
Yeah, it is certainly a personal milestone, and again, maybe a third of the way there, but again, a great start at it. Looking back at Cal Ripken, he had played 3,001 games and had 3,184, so 183 more hits than games played. Nick already had 125 over the number of games played. When you think about it, more hits than games played is a pretty good number. Brooks Robinson played in 2,896 games, had 2,840 hits, so about 50 less hits than games played. I guess that made me think of Guerrero. So coming into the year, Vlad Guerrero, 2,427 hits and 2,000 games played. So 400 more hits for Vladdy than games played. Pretty good number.
2-0 on Laporta, leading off here in the fourth. And Sharp with the foul.
So I guess I'm still thinking about Vladdy. You think about the years in the National League. It seems like he spent a lot more time in the National League than the American League, but surprisingly, the numbers are almost dead even coming into the year. First time in the American League and National League.
Here's the 2-1, fouled off. Nick, by the way, is the 14th Oriole with 1,000 hits. That's since the Browns moved to Baltimore from St. Louis. And another foul back. In recent years, Melvin Mora and Brian Roberts have moved up on the hit list to 9th and 10th. They each have 1,300 plus base hits. So Markakis now on that 1,000 hit club, looking to move up. 2-2 is lifted to center field. Adam Jones is there. Backs up a few steps, has it for the out, and one away here in the fourth inning. A Birdland tradition will return on Friday, July 22nd, as the first 25,000 fans 21 and over receive the O's camouflage floppy hat presented by Miller Lite. Don't miss this annual fan favorite as the Orioles host the Angels at 7:05. You can get your tickets in advance and save 888-848-BIRD or visit Orioles.com. That fan has some autographs on his floppy hat. Swing and a miss by Chisenhall. And a softly hit ball past the mound. Hardy's there. And he gets it across and 2 quick outs. So the Orioles retire the first 2 here in the Cleveland fourth inning. Tonight's AL League leaders brought to you by Hollywood Casino at Charlestown Races. Action-packed table games and red-hot slots await at Hollywood Casino at Charlestown Races. Well, batting strikeouts, or how about maybe you don't want to be on this list, but the Indians leading the American League, 678 strikeouts. Some of the teams on this list are big hitting teams, swinging for the fences teams, and others just don't make a lot of contact. Arrieta in this game already has 3 strikeouts. The Indians are 10th in the league in batting at .251. Arrieta looking for his first 3-up, 3-down inning. This It's a soft bloop towards left. Out is Hardy, and he makes the running grab. J.J. Hardy covering some ground. He gets a ground ball up the middle, then takes a base hit away from Brantley, and the Indians go 3 up and 3 down in the fourth. Consecutive game with that sore hand after being beamed in Boston. But before today, he has his son Vladdy Jr. here from the Dominican Republic. And how about that? Buck Showalter, nice enough to give Vladdy Jr. batting lessons, and Vladdy got a kick out of that. Now, to me, Buck with the fungo looked like he was trying to teach him how to bunt. And Vladdy's saying, no. And Buck is saying, how tall? He's only 12 years old.
He said, no, he's going to be like me. He's going to go deep.
That was like the press conference when Vladimir was introduced as an Oriole after he signed his contract. Here's Reynolds. Oh, good all-speed pitch on one. And they asked Buck Showalter where he thought he was going to bat him in the lineup. And he looked at Vladdy and he said, what do you think? He said, I like fourth. And he said, okay, he's going to bat cleanup. That was the end of that.
That'll work for me.
Reynolds, Reimold, PA in this 3-3 game. And pop foul out of play. The Orioles only have 4 hits in this game, but they have 3 home runs and an RBI double against Tomlin. The 2 is high, 1-2. Arrieta has found his groove a bit. He's retired 6 in a row since the back-to-back walks in the 3rd inning. And Reynolds goes down on strikes. And that is the 100th strikeout on the year for Mark Reynolds.
That little cut fastball that he uses once he gets ahead, the 1-2 pitch. Right for the outside corner and just off.
Well, he is the textbook example of that theory of pitchers to get ahead with strikes to get hitters out with balls. Because when he's ahead, he moves that ball as far away as he can.
When you make him throw it over the plate, he's a pretty tough hitter.
Roland Reimold homered his first at bat. He's DHing tonight. Breaking ball out outside corner. 0-2. Head on over to Facebook.com/Masson Orioles right now and enter for your chance to win one of 30 Orioles autographed items that Masson is giving away all month long. Book sales high, 1-2. Ball and 2 strikes on Reimold as he fights it off. Orioles trying to snap this 8-game losing streak. They've been outscored 70-28 in the last 8 games. And a good eye there by Reimold. He's got a real good batting eye. Generally doesn't chase.
That was a tough pitch to lay off. As we said, Tomlin excellent at getting ahead.
Check swing and nearly got a piece of PA in the on-deck circle.
many good numbers throughout the lineup for the Orioles against Tomlin. The best couple of hitters with the numbers would be Brian Roberts, who had been 3 for 6 with a home run, and Luke Scott, who was 2 for 6 with a home run. Not available.
And ball 3, another good take. That foul ball didn't get Neil down there, did it? On the Exmo camera. PA looked back at him as if he was concerned. You all right down there, Neil? And Reimold down on strikes. He got the thumbs up, so that's good. So back-to-back Ks to begin the 4th.
Second and third of the evening. First 2 swinging strikeouts for Tomlin. And he's not a high strikeout pitcher. He has struck out 9 in a game this year against the Red Sox.
Here's PA. He was called out on strikes his first at bat. He'll take strike 1. It's a pretty big strike zone tonight. So if you're a pitcher, it's up to you to take advantage of it.
The thing he does extremely well is how quickly he works. He gets right back to that rubber. No really looking around. Gets the sign and goes.
Down and in, 2-1 to count. Soft fly ball to right field. Right there is Travis Buck. And he has it for the out. And the Orioles go 3 up, 3 down. We'll head to the 5th at Camden Yards. And a 3-3 tie. The 4-game series, Matt Wieters tied the game at 1 with a home run. Solo shot his 9th. Same inning, Nolan Reimold hit his 5th. And then in the 3rd inning, Nick Markakis with a base hit in the right field. Not just a base hit, 1,000 in his career. Bob Davidson saves the souvenir baseball for Markakis. And Nick getting a standing ovation. He is the 27th player since the St. Louis Browns became the St. Louis Browns to reach 1,000, and the 14th as exclusively a Baltimore Oriole. That 1,000 hits as an Oriole. And it helped the Orioles get back even after the Indians had taken a 3-2 lead in the 3rd on the home run by Asdrubal Cabrera, who leads off here in the 5th inning. And there he gets ahead of him 0-1. 2 for 2 for Asdrubal Cabrera, a single and a 2-run homer. Jake has retired 6 straight batters. High fly ball center field. Jones back on it, but has a play. As it keeps on carrying, but Adams there. And 1 down in the Indians' 5th inning. Now, Oriole Park is the perfect setting for your next group outing. You can gather up your family, friends, co-workers, and colleagues and enjoy a fun-filled night of Orioles baseball. with discounted ticket prices for groups as small as 15 fans and party facilities to fit groups up to 1,000 fans. Camden Yards can make your group outing an experience you'll never forget. For more details, call 888-848-BIRD or go online, Orioles.com/groups. 7 straight retired by Arrieta, who's trying to win his 10th on the year. Here's Hafner. Rounded into a double play and walked. 3 runs on 6 hits for Cleveland, 3 runs on 4 hits for the Orioles. Inside. Slow.
Just have to try to figure a way to get him out. They've been extremely careful with Hafner in the series. He's already walked 3 times, been hit by a pitch.
Batting here with 1 out, nobody on in the 5th. Breaking ball snaps in there for a strike. 2-2.
Yeah, just not giving in fastballs and fastball counts. 2-1 breaking ball.
Outside, ball 3.
It's almost one of those scenarios. If you get yourself in a situation where you have to throw him a fastball, don't.
And Acta and Buck Showalter looking on in this 3-3 game. And the 3-2 is low. Ball 4. Looked like it had a lot of the plate. Arrieta staring into Bob Davidson, so there's a walk. And Hafner's on again. 3rd walk allowed by Arrieta.
Yeah, just not giving in. You can see the 2-1 breaking ball and the 3-2 breaking ball by Arrieta by design. Just not going to give in to Hafner and give him a fastball to hit.
So that snaps the streak. He had retired 7 straight. Brings up Carlos Santana with Hafner at first and 1 down.
7th time in the series that Hafner has reached.
Santana swings through it on 1.
Guessing fastball and guessed wrong. A good changeup by Arrieta.
Manny Acta has regulars that he plays every day, obviously. As Mike pointed out last night, there are 7 of the 9 in this lineup tonight that are coming up from the left side, including 2 switch hitters. And it's a little interesting because in a game in which numbers are analyzed and matchups are often determined by stat sheets, Arrieta actually gets out left-handed batters better than he does right-handed batters, and yet the lineup is stacked with 7 lefties.
Yeah, that's more the traditional way of, I guess, building your lineup.
0-2 on Santana. Breaking ball low.
If you have all these left-handers, use them.
Three or more walks in 11 of his 19 starts on the year, with his 3 tonight. So the contrast in styles where Tomlin very rarely walks anyone, and Arrieta 3 or more in almost every start. And it's a little low.
A straight changeup. Again, not giving in to the middle of this order.
See, now to me that's a strike, because Davidson called it where the ball was caught, not where it went through the strike zone. Please, Mr. Cy Young Award winner, enhance the thought.
Yeah, I was tracking the ball. I really wasn't thinking so much. You know, that's a good pitch. Tough pitch to lay off of for Santana. And I guess it's, in those situations, would I want that pitch? Yes.
So from 1-2 to 3-2 on Carlos Santana. Let's see if Manny Acta gambles and sends Hafner. He does not. And swing and a miss. He got it. So strikeout number 4 and 2 down here in the 5th inning.
And not giving in to these Indian hitters and just giving them a fastball and a 3-2 count. Gets the breaking ball. Santana expands the strike zone. But again, tough way to pitch. Arrieta now the pitch count up to 83.
So here's Grady Sizemore. You know, if you watch this game tonight, and Arrieta is doing a good job of mixing up his pitches, there's no doubt about it, but by going to this variety of off-speed pitches, it's really hard to throw consistent strikes.
It's a tough way to pitch, to be able to throw breaking balls behind in the count on 3-2 and getting him over the plate.
High fly ball right center field. Back it goes. Adam Jones on the run, and that ball is out of here. A 2-run home run for Sizemore, and the Indians once again have the lead. The second 2-run home run allowed by Arrieta in this game.
Amazingly, he's thrown very few fastballs. This one's to the outside part of the plate. Sizemore reaches out. And again, the ball's carrying extremely well, about 4 rows up in right center.
For Sizemore, his 10th, and in this seesaw game, the Indians have the lead back. Time is requested as the baseball came back on the field, so the grounds crew retrieves it. Thank you. So the walk to Hafner does hurt as he comes around the score. And that curveball is high, 1-0. Cabrera has lined out twice, including getting robbed by Adam Jones his last at bat. Brad Bergeson now beginning to get loose for the Orioles. And there's a base hit to right field. Cabrera has a base hit. He's 1 out of 3, and the inning continues.
And this Indian club just seems to keep just pecking away, having solid at bats. They've taken walks. They've made Jake Arrieta work extremely hard. On the verge of throwing his 90th pitch.
So Adair out for a chat. And our Suzuki Gain Flow, Suzuki Auto's all-wheel drive lineup, Suzuki, the power of engineering. Well, the Gain Flow this game is the long ball. The Indians have a 5-3 lead. They've scored 4 runs on a pair of 2-run home runs, while the Orioles have a pair of solo home runs. So the difference in the game is the man on base for each of the homers.
That's one thing Arrieta's been able to do with all the walks. Only 10 of his walks have come in to score, of the 48 coming in tonight. Jake's just the type of pitcher that just doesn't usually give in.
There's Travis Buck with Cabrera at first and 2 down. The other thing the Indians are doing a real good job of is how they're attacking Arrieta. He's allowed 8 base hits, and 5 of the 8 hits have been opposite field hits. So they're going with the pitch. They're going where he's trying to get them out and finding some success the opposite way. Even as Drupal Cabrera's 2-run home run was an opposite field shot. There's a breaking ball for a strike. Travis Buck has struck out twice.
Jake has saved his best breaking balls for Travis Buck.
Broken back ground ball. It's foul. Brian Knight was right there, and he called it foul.
It couldn't have been any closer.
broke his bat, but just foul.
Showalter and Rick Adair in the caucus. To the count on Buck. Runner goes and then stops. Cabrera got a bad jump, and so he put on the brakes, and the pitch is inside.
Well, nice backhanded pick. Almost shaking his head. He goes, I'm not going to, if I don't have a great jump with that guy behind the plate, I'm not going. Just a terrific backhanded pick by Wieters and right into that throwing position. You see right there, Cabrera peeking in, trying to maybe spot a breaking ball sign.
1-2 pitch. Tapper out in front of the plate. Wieters will get to it. Common at first to first, and the inning is over. Grady Sizemore with a big blow, a 2-run home run, and the Indians have the lead back at 5-3. In 4G LTE, built so you can rule the air. Well, it's a nice night in the Inner Harbor as the Orioles and Indians getting together. Game 2 of this 4-game series. And welcome back to our booth, Jim Hunter and Mike Flanagan. And the inopportune home runs continue to hurt the Orioles. A pair of 2-run shots off Arrieta. And the one to Sizemore there really hurts because he had 2 outs in the inning. And with 1 swing, the Indians get the lead.
Yeah, that's been a big part of the problem, certainly for Arrieta and the rest, is really finishing off those innings. You know, you're just about ready to get out of it. One more good pitch you can get out of it, and they're not able to execute it. And again, the Indians taking advantage, certainly tonight with the long ball.
And even though Arrieta really is doing a very good job of mixing up his pitches and trying to keep the Indians hitters off balance, it was a fastball that got him in trouble, almost as if Sizemore was looking for that pitch. He guessed right.
Yeah, I think you're right. And that's one of the things you can do is really work the count and don't miss the pitch when you get it.
Dino leading off for the Orioles in the bottom of the 5th. Hardy and Markakis will follow. To the count on Robert, and he lays off and floats in there. Medina grounded out his first at bat. There's a tapper back towards the mound. Tomlin has it, and 1 away here in the 5th inning. Nice view from center field, from behind the bullpens. Real nice night for baseball. And after the game, fans will be treated to a beautiful fireworks display. Hardy takes a strike. The Orioles have hit 2 home runs in this game after having hit a total of 2 in the prior 5 games. A solo home run-itis, if you will, is the difference in this game for the Birds. The Indians have 2, each with a man on. Good eye by Hardy, takes low ball 2.
Yeah, both home runs in the 2nd inning. Wieters leading it off, and Reimold, after a couple, were out.
Hardy pops a foul out of play. All the fans in position to watch the fireworks later. They're seeing some home runs, fireworks during the game. 2-2 grounded towards the middle, going, and gets on through for a base hit. That ball had eyes and all sorts of things to get on through. And Nick Markakis will come up with a man on, and in his last at bat in the third inning, he looked over a pitch and pulled it in the right field, went down and got it for career base hit number 1,000.
Like so many times before, that ball will make its way into the Oriole dugout and I'm sure into the trophy case.
He's got an 8-game hitting streak now with that base hit. And there's a strike taken.
Yeah, Brooks Robinson in 3 seasons, career high 194. So 3 times he had 180 hits or more in a season. Ripken did it 4 times, had over a couple hundred hits in 2 years. And Nick Markakis has already had 4 seasons of 180 plus base hits. So pretty exclusive company. And the key to longevity.
0-1 on Nick. There's a high fly ball to left. Brantley waits. And I put it away for the second out of the inning. Hardy will get back to first. So Tomlin was given a lead in the second, lost it, got it back in the third, lost it in the third, but now his team has given him the lead once again here in the fifth. Adam Jones coming up, representing the tying run. Adam felt real good today in batting practice. He's always a little chirpy around the cage because he has so much fun. But I was walking by and I go, "How you doing?" He goes, "Oh, I'm going second deck." Second deck? You know how far that is? He goes, "Well, it doesn't mean I'm going to reach it, but I'm trying." Okay. He felt really, really good today. Oh, he went too far in that check swing. 1-1 the count.
He's really seen a steady diet of sliders in this series.
And here's what we're talking about.
That's a long way. That is
a long way away. When you reach the aisle of the lower deck there, you've hit it a far distance. And he's off ball 2. But the Orioles are a much different team when he's hot. Because he brings a variety of ways at the plate that he can beat you. With the power potential, with the speed and the extra base hit ability. Bluff to first. He's got 31 extra base hits. Now Reynolds has 36 to lead the club. Two and 1 the count with 2 down. Foul back to our right.
Just a little trap fastball, enough to get him back in the count at 2-2. That's what was so frustrating about last night's game. The Orioles down 4-2, had second and third and 1 out. Had Markakis and Jones come up. I know Buck was talking about it today. Just one little base hit there. The game's tied up. Who knows how that game would have turned out? It looked like 8-4, like it was a rout in the paper today, but had a chance in last night, really changing the momentum.
2-2 on Jones. Good eye again, ball 3. Yeah, when you look back to that, it actually was a 3-2 game in that inning. So the Indians were up by a run, and the Orioles had a chance either to tie or get the lead. And then when they didn't do that in the bottom of the 5th, the Indians broke it open with 4 in the 6th inning.
As many times there's an instance in the game, and I know Buck has talked about it, that even in the 10-2 game, there was at some point in something you could have done. One play, one pitch to turn that around.
Hardy goes on 3-2. High fly ball center field. Sizemore going back on it. Still going back, and the ball is gone, and we're tied. Adam Jones going deep. Home run derby at Camden Yards. Well, he didn't hit it second deck, Mike, but he hit it to the deepest part of the ballpark for a two-run shot.
That's the kind of power he does have. 14th home run of the year. And again, we've seen him do this on high fastballs. 3-2 pitch up in the middle of the plate. Adam hits this ball a long way. Up near that 410-foot mark and out into the fireworks.
So Adam has a 3 RBI night, RBI double that tied the game, and a 2-run homer that again has tied the game.
Again, 3rd home run of the night. Ball seems to be flying tonight. And again, both pitchers, we talked about it at the beginning, both used to getting a lot of run support. 5-5 in the 5th.
52 RBIs now for Adam Jones. As he has taken the lead over on the team. There's Chad Durbin, the right-hander, getting loose. Came into the game tied with Reynolds with 49.
Remember, Josh Tomlin, the pitcher on the mound, has never not completed 5 innings in his major league career. 30 straight times he's completed 5.
Has given up 3 home runs in this game that have allowed 4 of the 5 Oriole runs. And once again, we are tied.
That's the most home runs he has allowed in a game this year.
Here's Matt Wieters. Breaking ball for a strike, 0-1. Tomlin allowed 2 home runs in his win over the Orioles in April. He pitched on April 16th against Guthrie, and the Indians won it 8-3. And the 2 home run hitters that night are not active tonight. Jake Fox, who's now in AAA, and Luke Scott, who is on the disabled list. And Jim Johnson now is getting loose. Ferguson sat down. Now this game tied. Wieters fouls it off. 1-2 on Matt, batting with 2 outs and nobody on.
This one's going to end up being, you figure, the battle of the bullpens. Jimmy Johnson, the first one up in the Oriole bullpen tonight, an indication really going for it here in the 5th.
Wieters pulls the breaking ball right to Cabrera at second. He's retired for the final out. So Tomlin does in fact complete the 5th inning, but not before Adam Jones gets in the one. Straightaway center field, his 14th, ties it at 5. We invite you to join us tomorrow. More O's action. Game 3 of the 4-game set against the Indians. Alfredo Simon will be on the mound. He'll go against the Indians' Carlos Carrasco. Coverage on MASN 2 HD begins at 6:30 with O's Extra, presented by Verizon 4G LTE. And then game coverage at 7 o'clock. We've got all the access you need right here on MASN.
Well, Jimmy Johnson will come out of the bullpen in this dead heat here in the 6th inning. Again, leads the bullpen with 52 in the 3rd innings of work. He has that outstanding power arm, this combination of power and location, that straight changeup, big overhand curveball, really has starter stuff. 41st game of the year, 5 wins out of the bullpen, 2.75 ERA. And again, yeah, he has about everything you could want in a reliever. He's lowered his ERA at one point. It was up over about 5 over his last 27 games, now down to 2.75. He leads all American League relievers with that 52 in the 3rd innings of work.
They'll go to work on Matt Laporta, then Lonnie Chisenhall is due, and Michael Brent. So Johnson comes on in the 6th. If he can give Buck Showalter 2 innings, all the better. The Orioles now will work to get the lead back. Line drive to left field. PA in on it. Diving try, and he can't get it, and it gets by him. Jones running it down to back up, and he'll get it back in, and the potential go-ahead run at second base with nobody down.
Let's take a look at this 1-0 pitch from Jimmy Johnson. Bell tie down the middle, and just out of the reach of PA. Looks like he had a chance, and the ball just goes underneath his glove and by PA.
PA got to it, but couldn't catch it. And now Johnson will try to prevent Cleveland from getting the lead right back. Arrieta went 5 innings, 5 runs on 8 hits. He struck out 4 and walked 3. 1 of the 3 walks scored. And Chisenhall takes outside. So Arrieta has pitched to a no decision, exits in a tie game, so it's now 15 consecutive starts and counting with an Orioles starter not able to get a win. Line drive, base hit right field for Chisenhall. Laporta's being sent. Markakis firing towards the plate. It is up the line, and down to second base goes Chisenhall. So Johnson is greeted with back-to-back hits, and the Indians get the lead back.
And for whatever reason, Jimmy Johnson in his career has not had much success against this club. 0-3. Again, this ball too is up, much like the one to the previous hitter. And Markakis really airmails the throw to home plate, and that allows Chisenhall to get into the scoring position at second base. Very aggressive base running on the part of the Indians, who have challenged the Markakis arm a couple of times in this series already.
Michael Brantley now top of the lineup. Line drive to left field. That's a base hit. PA will play it on a hop. Chisenhall will stop at third, and PA fires back in. 3 consecutive hits to begin the 6th inning. Well, we invite you to tune in the Mid-Atlantic Sports Report, returning on Monday at 5:30. Tom Davis, Phil Wood, Mel Antonin, and Rock Kabako will discuss hot topics from around the world of baseball. Get live look-ins from both the O's and the Nats BPs. So check it out 5:30 here on MASN, the Mid-Atlantic Sports Report. So first and third, still nobody down. Brantley on at first has a 3-hit night, and here's Cabrera. Tapper back to the mound, looks to run it back to third, now coming towards the plate, now throw back to third, and safe at third. He started to go up with a fist and then said safe. And here comes Buck Showalter. Reynolds can't believe Hunter Wendelstedt said safe. Buck Showalter asking for an explanation of what Hunter Wendelstedt saw and then called.
Yeah, not sure. The ground ball back. Jimmy Johnson checks the runner and then still tries to get 2. Hardy goes throwing in another ensuing rundown. Not sure. I can't really tell if he missed a tag or not. Here's the throw to third. I don't know. It looked like he was out.
And you see, he started to go with the right fist and then instead said safe.
Buck Show, did he knock him off the bag? How did he make it back? That was quite a play by Jimmy Johnson, checking the run and then still trying to turn two. Let's look at the tag. It goes back into third base standing. So there's the catch. And right there's the tag before the foot comes down on the bag.
Buck Showalter not satisfied. He'll leave. That's a big runner out there at third.
So really all he ended up out of it. I mean, in one sense, we turned the traditional double play. It's the 1-6 to 3 double play. There'd probably be a run in, but you'd be 2 outs. So what it ended up with is 1 out first and third, just getting a force at second.
And because Reynolds had to reach to his left and then bring the glove back, that split second cost him the play. So it is first and third and 1 out. That's a huge run. The Orioles down by a run and want to try to prevent going down by 2. There's Travis Hafner. And it's low, 1-0. After big numbers with runners in scoring position out of here.
Here's another one of those at bats that you can circle. Look at the numbers with scoring position. 468 for Hafner. The thing is that Santana on deck has had all kinds of trouble on the year with the hitting of runners in scoring position. So this may be another one of those semi-pitcher rounds. And Santana on deck. 225 with runners in scoring position. And Hafner at the plate. 468, quite a difference.
And a lot more chances in these situations tonight for Cleveland than the Orioles had. There's a strike, paints the outside corner.
They were able to coax a double play grounder up Arrieta in the first inning. I'd love to do it again here. It's going to be Blacker ball to the corner.
That play was so close at third that Wendelstedt started to call him out and then in mid-call changed it. There's the 2-1 to Hafner. Swing and this 2-2. I guess he felt the heel of the cleat got to the bag before the tag.
Well, I just think it was unusual just not going back to the bag. Take a look at the 2-1 pitch. Just an outstanding straight change at bottom falling out of it. The runner went back so awkwardly to third. I mean, it just, he really should have been sliding. There was a lot of things wrong with that play.
2-2 on Hafner. And it's low, ball 3. Back with the same pitch, and Hafner wouldn't chase as he's trying to get it low to induce the ground ball.
Another one of those saves by Wieters, too. That's the thing. Jimmy Johnson, outstanding stuff. But someone like Jimmy Johnson, almost one of the more difficult pitchers to catch. That sinker at 96, 97 with all kinds of spin.
Two pitch, little tapper back towards the mound, coming to the plate. There's the play. Out at the plate is Chisenhall, who took on Matt Wieters and lost. So the Orioles only get an out, but they deny the run and 2 men down.
Well, they get the big out and they're not getting Hafner first, but hits this dribbler back to the mound. Jimmy Johnson does a nice job, quick flip, and Wieters just braces himself for the 21-year-old Chisenhall coming in. We've seen that from Wieters. We saw it in spring training too. He doesn't move. He doesn't budge very far.
That looked like as he started to try to barrel him over, he realized before he hit him that wasn't a good idea.
No, there was a thought process going on there.
Maybe I don't want to do this. So back-to-back balls hit back to Johnson. Runners at first and second with 2 down, and here's Carlos Santana. And time requested at the plate. So 3 consecutive hits began the inning, but now back-to-back comebackers.
Now this is where Jimmy Johnson needs to bear down for one more out. One more good pitch.
And there it is, slow roller towards second. And Dino will flip it to first, and Johnson gets out of it without any further damage. So the Indians break the tie, settle for a run. Bottom of the 6th coming, 6-5 try. Coors Light 6th inning, and now it's time for the Coors Light Freeze Cam. And how about Nolan Reimold connecting on that one for a home run off Josh Tomlin. And Reimold getting a start tonight at DH, hits his 5th. Coors Light Freeze Cam brought to you by Frost Brewed Coors Light. And there the Maryland Air National Guard crew, the pilots, who had the flyover before the game. Return the plane and come out and enjoying the game. I don't think it's out in Lot A.
As I said, they parked in the parking lot. They got a pass for Lot A? Okay.
Yeah, it's in the players' lot. They tucked it in the corner.
Yeah. Nice of you to leave in your pass. Now Chad Durbin will come out of the bullpen. 35th appearance on the year, 2-1 record. Very lofty ERA. Has pitched much better of late. Really had a couple of months where he really did struggle out of this bullpen. 37 in the 3rd innings, 49 hits overall, 32 strikeouts. He hasn't walked anyone his last 10 in the 3rd innings, covering 10 games. And 7 of his last 9 have been scoreless. So one of the strengths to the Indians this year, with maybe the big difference, they are now 2nd best ERA for a bullpen in the American League.
So the Orioles need a run back. Here's Derek Lee. Vicious cut, and he fouled it off. Derek is 0 for 2 on the night. He's flied out twice. High fly ball left center field. Did he get enough of it? Sizemore is back and just in front of the wall has it for the out. So Lee is 0 for 3 fly ball outs. Tonight's minor league report brought to you by PNC for the achiever in you. And how about Oliver Drake? He was promoted to Double-A Bowie for last night's game. What did he do? He pitched a complete game. 7 hits scattered, 2 runs. He walked 2 and he struck out 10. So Oliver Drake is starting to get that prospect status.
A pretty impressive debut. Like moving up a level and showing him you can handle it.
Absolutely.
Or dominating with the 10 strikeouts.
Here's Mark Reynolds, who is 0 for 2 on the night. Takes ball 1. And down and away, ball 2. Left-hander Rafael Perez is getting loose. And because Tomlin was able to hang around and get that final out in the 5th, He is the pitcher of record right now on the winning side. So if the bullpen can hold it down, he would get the win, even though he allowed 5 runs in 5 innings. Foul in and out of the glove of Santana. 2-2 on Reynolds. As play began tonight in the East, the Red Sox had a 1.5 game lead on the Yankees and 6 on Tampa Bay. Boston's in Tampa. The Rays lead at 7-2 on the Sox in the 5th. The Yankees are losing at Toronto again. They got pounded last night. They're losing 6-1 tonight. The Indians began the night at a virtual tie for first place in the Central with the Tigers. Does his team playing very good baseball. 2-2 to Reynolds, outside, ball 3. One out, nobody on for the Orioles. There's a bouncer towards shortstop, charging Cabrera, and he can't handle it, and Reynolds will reach. It may have hit the lip of the grass and changed the angle just enough, and Cabrera couldn't handle it, so the Orioles get a break on the error.
Let's take a look at it. High hopper. Cabrera tries to field it on the run, just hits the heel of the glove.
So Reynolds is on the error, the 8th for Asdrubal Cabrera.
First error by the Indians in the series.
And Reimold takes low. Reimold homered in the 2nd, struck out in the 4th. Reynolds on at first and 1 down. I think he was trying to go deep again there.
I don't think he was trying to get the runner over. I think looking for something to drive.
1-1 on Nolan. Reynolds chased back. Reynolds another one of those sneaky base stealers. He doesn't go a lot, but when he does, he's successful. 5 out of 6. Reynolds goes, swing and a miss. Santana throw to second base, and out at second base is Reynolds. He tried to slide around the tag, and Santana may have been hit by the backswing of Reimold, or his hand may have hit the bat as he followed through, grimacing a bit.
They're trying to buy himself a little time. Reynolds off the pitch, straight steal, no look back, but just a perfect throw from Santana. Yeah, not sure what his hand may have hit. Right here, Reynolds does just about everything he can to try to evade the tag. So look at back this long swing by Reimold. It's like right there.
After he saw the tag, then he said, okay, oh, that hurt.
Just in case.
That was a heck of a throw by Carlos Santana. 1-2 on Reimold. And he doesn't chase the breaking ball in the dirt. A 6-5 game. Indians have the lead on 11 base hits. Tight, ball 3. It's now 10 consecutive games Oriole pitching has allowed 10 or more hits.
Disturbing number.
3-2 with 2 down, outside, ball 4. So Reimold works the walk. With Vladimir Guerrero unable to play tonight, Buck Showalter has just a 2-man bench. He's got Blake Davis and Craig Tatum. And Maniac on his way out to the mound. Rafael Perez was getting loose, and he'll come on to face PA. So Rafael Perez will come in. Chad Durbin will lead. Orioles have the tying run on at first with 2 men down in the 6th. Indians leading at 6-5. The telecast is presented by authority of the Orioles and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Orioles. Orioles batting in the bottom of the 6th, and with the left-hander PA coming up, here's Rafael Perez to face Felix.
Yeah, real tough left-hander out of the Indians bullpen. 41st appearance on the year. 33-1, 37 2/3 innings, 25 strikeouts, 33 hits, just 8 earned runs allowed by Perez. As his ERA is 6th best in the American League among relievers with that 191. And he allowed 4 earned runs over his last 12 innings. Oh, he's been very tough on the left-handers. So he's removed by Maniacta.
He's got a good balanced bullpen with the 5 righties and 2 lefties. Reimold on at first with 2 down. And a throw to first chases Nolan. Reimold was down a ball and 2 strikes, and he worked a 2-out walk. Cleveland has scored in 4 of its 6 at-bats tonight. The Orioles have scored in 3 of their 5. Outside, ball 1. PA does not have a home run on the year, and he has just 6 extra base hits.
Right, also with the limited bench, not much Buck Showalter can do. Reimold's already in the game as a designated hitter. Vladdy Guerrero not available.
1-1 count. Swing and a miss.
Late breaking tough slider from Perez, 28 years old, from Santo Domingo.
Reimold edging his lead off first. PA just trying to extend the inning. Telegraph moved to first base.
And that was a step and a fall from Reimold.
And a chuckle. But he got back. 1-2 on PA. And a high chopper to first. Right there's Laporta. He'll step on the base, and that'll end the inning. So the Orioles get a runner on an error, caught stealing a walk, a man left. Well, after the 7th, it's a 1-run game.
So highlights tonight, the Indians on the board first. Some outstanding defense. Nick Markakis will get his 1,000th pace hit in the 3rd inning. Will make it to the trophy case. Adam Jones would tie the game back up. A seesaw battle at 5-5, and the Indians would take the lead once again in the 6th to put it at 6-5. So back and forth. Plenty of lead changes. Drupal Cabrera's 16th home run. Grady Sizemore's 10th. The Orioles 3 home runs. Wieters, Reimold, and Jones, and Markakis 1,000th career hit.
Grady Sizemore will lead off for the Indians in the 7th. Johnson stays on, misses high. Orlando Cabrera and Travis Buck are due to follow. Sizemore, good night. Double and a run scored, 2-run homer. Became a member of the Indians organization in 2002 when the Indians traded Bartolo Colon to Montreal. And not only did the Indians get back Grady Sizemore in that trade, they also got Cliff Lee and Brandon Phillips.
Pretty good deal.
That was a real good deal.
Yeah, Brandon Phillips later claimed off waivers by the Reds and had a fine career for Cincinnati.
And outside ball 2. Want to thank Diana Lohr, who went to Bryant's Baseball Bash last year, Mike, and one of the winning bids to hang out with us tonight.
We enjoyed their company tonight.
Here with David. There's a foul back. It was feverish bidding at the Bash last year. Feverish.
And you were right in the middle of it, I'll bet.
Yeah, well, it was to hang out with us, not just me. I was the middleman. But I did go for more money than Palmer. There's the 2-1 pitch inside ball 3. See, I can say that because he's not here.
That's right. And $6 is more than $5.
But the children at the hospital benefit, and that's what it's all about.
Yes, that's really what it is.
Any donation, small or large. 3-1 pitch is fouled off. I keep forgetting that you're pretty good with the one-liners. I'm teeing you up perfect.
Well, that was the truth, though. I mean, there's no joke to that. How'd you put in a silent bid for me at 4?
There you go. I can't bid on myself. It's in the bylaws. Here's the 3-2 strike. 3 called as Johnson gets Sizemore. He throws him at the plate and 1 away in the 7th. What a pitch.
And we've seen this a lot. 3-2 pitch. So just comes back and catches the inside corner.
Orlando Cabrera, ooh, way outside. Time now for our AT&T Mobility Trivia Fact. On this date, 2006, Vladimir Guerrero drove in his 1,000th career RBI. Fact number 2, his 2-out single drove in Orlando Cabrera, and it helped the Angels beat the Rays. So that was when the good luck charm who is Orlando Cabrera was a member of the Angels.
And played for an awful lot of good teams, too.
We went to the playoffs twice with the Angels in 05 and 07. Johnson falls behind 3-0. No activity behind him. There's a strike. It is an amazing coincidence how much success he's enjoyed wherever he ends up. And there's ball 4 and a 1-out walk. Indians in this game have gone 3 up and 3 down only once. Johnson faced 6 batters in the 6th inning. He's now about to face his 3rd after a walk to Orlando Cabrera.
Not the usual type of pitch count for Jimmy Johnson tonight. 12 strikes, 12 balls of the 24 pitches thrown.
There's Travis Buck, who has had a tough night. His 3 at-bats against Arrieta, 0 for 3, a couple of strikeouts and a tapper about 3 feet in front of home plate. Wieters got him at first. And he fouls it back. Jake Arrieta started 5 innings, 5 runs on 8 hits. Johnson's on for his 2nd inning. Both starters going 5 innings. Tomlin, however, is the pitcher of record on the plus side. Arrieta has pitched to a no decision. Johnson allowed the go-ahead run in the 6th. There's Michael Gonzalez now getting loose. Cabrera is one of those sneaky base runners. He is 6 out of 7. Johnson getting the attention.
Yeah, what they like to do is sort of put the sleeper hold. Look like they're not going anywhere in this takeoff. We've seen him peek in and try to catch a breaking ball sign. That look right there. Trying to find a breaking ball to run on.
1-1, swing and a miss, and it's 1-2.
But sometimes with the real good base stealers, the catcher will use multiple signs. Not the case here. But to get the lead, and remember also pitching, kind of watch the runner at first. If you can see him look in, have that quick snap throw, but you see he'll keep his helmet like it's facing towards the mound. His eyes are in the shadow.
Runner goes. 1-2 is low. Wieters throw to second base. The tag. He is out. So Wieters guns him down. Cabrera's retired. So the 2 sneaky base runners have each been thrown out in this game.
Yeah, not even really close. He does pick the right pitch to run on. It's an off-speed pitch, straight changeup, but just a perfect throw to J.J. Hardy. Watch this release again. Backhanded pickup, and all in one motion. And Wieters really just has great hands, and he picked that ball like an infielder.
Too tight to Buck, so 2 outs and the base is empty.
It's probably saying the ball was in the dirt and the changeup, and he threw me out by 3 feet.
So Wieters continues his fine play behind the plate. 3-2, he got him, swing and a miss. So Johnson has a 3-batter inning. The Indians don't score. 7th inning stretch brought to you by Jack Daniel's Tennessee Honey. Fly straight, drink responsibly. booth. Jim Hunter and Mike Flanagan. An entertaining game here tonight, and you just get the feeling that the Orioles are going to somehow pull this out, because the good news is the bats have resurfaced.
Yeah, they've only come behind, I guess, in the 8th inning or later, only one game all season long. So tonight seems like the night that it's going to happen. I mean, it's been this back and forth seesaw battle all along. It just seems like it's going to be poetic justice tonight.
And Jim Johnson came on and gave up 3 hits and a run just like that, 3 batters, but he got out of it without any further damage. He's given the Orioles 2 good innings.
Yeah, really staying out of the big inning there was critical. Some nice pitches by Jimmy Johnson, also some nice defense to go around, and also Wieters throwing out runners late just to give the Orioles a chance. Remember, they're 8-0 in home games decided by 1 run.
And the Orioles looking to snap this 8-game losing streak. They'll try to get it done against the Indians bullpen. And here's the sidewinder, Joe Smith, coming on. Smith got into the game last night, and he'll try to keep it as is, as the Indians have a real solid back of the bullpen arsenal, all leading up to Chris Perez, their closer.
Yeah, Joe Smith, who worked in last night's game, will come out of the bullpen, and he has his own sort of streak going on. He has not allowed an earned run in his last 26 appearances. 24 innings and 2/3 in that time, 17 hits allowed. This goes back to May 12th.
And Ezekiel Carrera is now in right field, replacing Travis Buck. And Dino fouls it off at the plate. Rafael Perez goes a 1/3 of an inning and retired the only batter he faced. Smith in the 7th. There's a strike, and it's 0-2. Well, don't forget to take advantage of your opportunity to meet Robert Andino next Friday at the Orioles team store, York Galleria Mall in York, Pennsylvania. Robert will be on hand from 11 a.m. until noon. He'll sign autographs and meet fans. That's Friday at the Orioles team store in York. For all the details on Orioles community appearances, visit OriolesReach.com. And a 3-pitch strikeout. And Dino's down and 1 away in the 7th. J.J. Hardy singled in the 5th inning and was on base for Adam Jones in the home run, and Joe Smith gets ahead of him 0-1.
Yeah, Joe Smith worked in last night's game, went through Hardy, Markakis, Jones, and Wieters. Saw a lot of those pitches last night from Masterson, from Joe Smith. A number of these even-ending relievers at low sidearm delivery.
Joe Smith, the 4th pitcher used by Cleveland tonight. 1-2 on Hardy, and he fouls it off. Koji Uehara now getting loose in the bullpen.
Koji hasn't worked since the Boston series before the break.
There's a nice clean face. There's a 1-2 inside. Cooling himself off in the pen after warming up.
That's the way we do it between innings up here.
Absolutely. Yeah. That's why we have all those hair dryers around. 1 out, none on. Here's the 2-2, and the tapper back towards the mound. Smith will get it to first, and 2 quick outs. And here is Nick Markakis. $27,352 the attendance tonight on fireworks night. Nick 1 out of 3, his 1,000th career hit in the 3rd inning. And a breaking ball in there by Smith. Stays outside. He doesn't chase a ball on a strike.
Try to pick the outside corner.
Good take, 2-1. Thought about it and didn't swing. One is inside, ball 3. Well, Nick gets on. Jones comes up as the potential go-ahead run. He's on deck. And it's high, ball 4. So after getting ahead 0-1, 4 in a row out of the strike zone and a 2-out walk. And here's Adam Jones, who's had a big night. An RBI double in the 3rd inning, and then in the 5th, a 2-run home run to center field. And a 3 RBI night for Adam Jones.
That tied it up in the 5th. The Indians pushed across that go-ahead run in the 6th, so he's back in that situation again. Joe Smith on the mound. 0.83 ERA, has not allowed a home run this year.
And it's low, 1-0. For Adam, it's his first multi-RBI game since June the 21st, which was the middle game in Pittsburgh. Swing and a miss, 1-1. He has tremendous command of that pitch that just keeps moving farther and farther away from the swing.
Well, the key is just to keep everything down at knee high when you throw that low submarine pitch. Once it gets up around thigh high, really flattens out.
Fouled off.
That really is the equalizer. You have that low 3/4 fastball that comes in on the right-handed hitters, and you have that slider that goes away.
Ball and 2 strikes on Jones. And he got him. So Joe Smith, a very effective pitch. Slow breaker out of way. Nick Markakis bobblehead, 6-5 Indians. Time now for you to text in your vote for the AT&T Player of the Game. Here are your choices. Nick Markakis with his 1,000th career hit. Grady Sizemore's got a 3 RBI night. Or Adam Jones, who's got a 3 RBI night. Text in your vote now and have your voice heard, A, B, or C, to 51862.
Well, with that, Koji will come out of the Oriole bullpen. The pitch here in the 8th inning, 38th appearance for Koji. ERA just keeps diving, now down to 2.03. Last work in the Red Sox series up at Fenway. 40 innings, just 22 hits allowed and 8 walks. So 30 runners and 40 innings pitched, 52 strikeouts. Just really outstanding numbers for Koji out of the pen. He throws more fastballs and a lot of hitters give him credit for.
Still has that sneaky fastball, forkball combination.
He'll face Matt Laporta. Swings at the first pitch and pops it up. Hardy out, PA in, PA calls. And the left fielder has it, one away in the 8th inning. Koji's got a stretch going, Mike. He's gone 7 consecutive appearances without allowing a run.
Yeah, he's been in a good groove. That's the thing we found out about Koji last year. Once he gets in a good groove, he's able to maintain it.
It's 8 innings over his last 7 appearances, and he's only allowed 2 base hits. Lonnie Chisenhall, who right now is the difference in this game. He singled off Jim Johnson after Matt Laporta's double, and that drove in Laporta with the tie-breaking run in the 6th. And pulls it towards the corner. That's going to be a base hit. And it bounces against the wall. Markakis over quickly. He'll fire towards second base, and it's off the bag and gets by the shortstop Hardy. So a double for Chisenhall with 1 down.
Markakis is playing that wall in right field like a lot of those good left fielders at Fenway Park. Chisenhall goes out, rakes it. Watch him play this beautifully off the wall. Barehanded, that ball bounced high, right up on top. Very close play at second base. That ball doesn't bound so high up in the air. Probably has a good chance to get him.
So a 1-out double. Chisenhall's got a 2-hit night. Here's Brantley, who has 3 hits. He's 3 out of 4. And he first ball swings and pops it up. Reynolds over near the dugout has a play, and he's got it for the out. That's a huge out for Uehara and 2 men down. Follow the Orioles with the MLB.com At Bat 2011 app for your iPhone, iPad, Android, or BlackBerry. You get scores, stats, highlights, live audio, pitch-by-pitch tracking, interactive maps of Oriole Park, and more. You can even check in at Oriole home games for the chance to win prizes, including upgraded seats. So text At Bat to 31826 or visit Orioles.com for complete details. Here's Cabrera, takes a strike. There's Drubel, 2 for 4. He singled and then hit a 2-run home run his first 2 at-bats. He has since flied out and bounced into a fielder's choice. Swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. The American League starting shortstop. 2 home runs, 4 RBIs in the first 2 games in this series.
Is that a big offensive series? Indians to the 6-5 lead.
0-2 is outside. There's Vinny Pastano. From the Southern California Newport Beach.
The southern part.
Pastanos. So did we decide we can't say Yo Vinny because he's from?
I think it still applies.
No?
You don't feel good about it?
And Cabrera swings through it to strike out. Looks like we'll see Yo Vinny when we come back in the 8th. Orioles need a run down 6-5. CareFirst Blue Cross Blue Shield will contribute $50 to support the Living Classrooms Foundation. To date, the Orioles have drawn 262 walks for a total of $13,100. CareFirst Blue Cross Blue Shield encourages each of us to take that first step towards a healthier and more active lifestyle.
Well, Vinny Pastano will come out of the Indian bullpen. 39th appearance on the year. ERA outstanding, 2.88. One of the reasons the Indians see all the strikeouts. 49 strikeouts in 34 innings. They have the second best bullpen ERA in the league, just behind Oakland. And maybe taking that lead tonight with some more good work out of the bullpen. Pastano has actually pitched better on the road than at home. In 18 innings of work, just 3 earned runs allowed, a 1.45 ERA on the road.
And defensive change at third as well as Jack Hanahan comes on. He takes over for Chisenhall, who had a 2 out of 4 night. The Indians going with a 6-man bench, so Maniacta substituting liberally for defense. He's already made 2 defensive changes. Here's Wieters leading off in this 1-run game. Flies it back the other way. Wieters, Lee, and Reynolds, so 3 consecutive home run threats. Not 1 for 2 on the night. He's also drawn an intentional walk. Good pitch. Wieters quickly down in the count, no balls and 2 strikes. That's where he'd like to hit it. Not as good opposite field power.
We talked about all the strikeouts. Pastano struck out 5 of the last 6 batters he's faced.
And he overthrows high, and Wieters doesn't chase. 1 and 2.
Almost threw that one right by Santana. See, there's a lot of the Indians bullpen. They have a lot of sidearm or submarining type right-handers with good sliders.
Ball and 2 strikes. Wieters to left field, chasing Brantley towards the line, and he's there for the out. He didn't get the good wood, and it didn't carry 1 down. Nice crowd on hand on fireworks night. Here's Derek, who is 0 for 3. Time requested just as Pastano was about to go into his windup. It's kind of interesting how 99.9% of the time when that occurs, the hitter is always granted time, even if the pitcher's already started his windup. I guess because the hitter's closer to the umpire, that's the last thing he hears, and he says, "Oh, okay." And Pastano nearly fell off the rubber there as he saw Davidson call time. It's high, ball 2. Orioles down by a run. Lee has flied out to center. He has flied out to right. He has flied out to left. Looking to extend his hitting streak to 5 in a row. Foul ball in and out of the glove of Santana. Indians bullpen has been on since the beginning of the 6th. They have not allowed a run or a hit. Orioles have had 3 base runners, 2 walks, and Reynolds reaching on an error. Foul back last night. Masterson, the starter and winner, went 6 innings. Smith, Pastano, and Sipp, 3 scoreless innings with no hits. So in 5 1/3 relief innings in this series, the Orioles still don't have a base hit against the Indians bullpen.
Yeah, they've been tough. They've lived up to the billing.
And Lee down on strikes. And 2 outs in the Oriole 8th.
And that sharp breaking late slider. Look at the target by Santana. Just a little bit
on the corner and then runs it away.
One of the first two retired by Pestano, and Mark Reynolds will bat now. Same pitch, swing through it. 0-1. Reached on an error his last at bat and was caught trying to steal. 0 for 3 officially. Reynolds now just 3 for his last 27. Orioles down by a run in the bottom of the 8th. Good swing on the fastball, but he missed. 0-2.
Got to go in that defensive mode.
And he got him a 3-pitch strikeout. Reynolds has struck out twice on the night. And the Orioles go 3 up, 3 down in the 8th. 9th inning coming up, 6-5 Indians. Ball on Masson is brought to you by Southwest Airlines. Southwest Airlines' new Rapid Rewards, unlimited reward seats at no blackout dates. And by Land Rover. Lovely Friday night at Oriole Park at Camden Yards, and the Orioles are down by a run. And we head to the 9th inning. Orioles have been out hit 12-6. And each time the Orioles got something going, the Indians came right back. Koji Uehara on for a second inning of work. So his job is to get this thing to the bottom of the 9th at 6-5. The Orioles going to try to get to Mr. Perez, the closer.
You just want a chance, want an opportunity.
Strike one taken.
The Orioles are 1-48 when they trail after 8. So the stranger things that happen, you have to run through the bottom of the Oriole order.
And again, with Vladimir unable to play, really no pinch hitting viable options for Buck Showalter. He was looking for that one long ball. Blake Davis and Craig Tatum, the two healthy players on the bench who are available. And there's the Orioles bench. Craig Tatum and Blake Davis, a right-handed batter and a left-handed batter. Vladimir is active, but he's unable to play. And strike 3 called. Hafner goes down on strikes. Number 2 for Koji and 1 away in the 9th.
That painting the outside corner. 1-2 pitch. Maybe a little outside. Hafner gives the head drop to the glove.
one down. That'll bring up Carlos Santana. And there's a strike. Santana has reached once tonight and was on a walk in the third inning. Koji misses high, 1-1. Vicious cut.
Just a little bit tardy. That's what Koji does to you. They just don't see the ball. It jumps on the hitter. They swing at the 89 sometimes like it's 98.
Here's the 1-2 and foul back on the screen. So each team's bullpen tonight being asked to pitch 4 innings. It's outside, 2-2.
That's the thing with Koji on the mound, with Matt Wieters behind the plate. I would think Jimmy Johnson's probably the toughest to catch on the staff. I would think Koji's the easiest.
2-2 is fouled off.
Fastball's pretty straight. Forkball's predictable, and he's always around the plate.
Showalter's club is in a tough stretch here. 8 straight losses. And he got him. I'm not sure what that pitch was, but it never got there.
They gave it a little extra hop on the end. Watch this 2-2 pitch, and Koji, that little hop, 83-mile-an-hour splitter. Gets Santana way out in front.
Sizemore will bat with the bases empty. He's had a big night. Fouls it back. Sizemore in the second doubled and scored, but then in the fifth, a 2-run home run into the bleachers in right center field off Arrieta. And that gave the Indians at the time a 5-3 lead. Inside, 1-1. Limo, PA, and Andino are due up in the ninth. 7, 8, and 9 in the Orioles lineup. Down by a run. Hard hit ball towards Andino. Backs up to play the hop. And he gets it to first. So Koji Uehara's a 3-up, 3-down inning. Here we go. Bottom of the ninth coming up. Orioles need a run, trailing at 6-5. Game coverage for O's Extra Postgame. Amber Theo Harris and Rick Dempsey are coming up. They'll talk about the Oriole bats breaking out tonight. Of course, you'll hear from Buck Showalter, his postgame press conference in its entirety, and reaction from the Orioles clubhouse. That's coming up on O's Extra Postgame. Amber and Rick following the game. The Orioles hope for some dramatics here in the bottom of the ninth, down by a run. And they'll have to do it against the closer, Chris Perez.
Yeah, the All-Star, Chris Perez, 37th appearance, 2-4 record, 21 out of 22 in save opportunities, 33 innings of work, just 24 hits. And he's been on a pretty good streak out of the bullpen for Manny Acta. He has had 21 of 22 in save opportunities. He's converted 15 straight, dating back to May 1st. I think he's converted a lot of one-run saves, 10 of 11 in one-run save opportunities this year, 19 out of 20 going back to last year.
21 out of 22 for the right-hander.
Making the All-Star team, another one of the players acquired by trade. Came over from the Cardinals for Mark DeRosa.
And this is low to Nolan Reimold. Nolan homered his first at bat. He has since struck out and walked. Ball 2. The three hitters due up in this inning have a combined total of 6 home runs. And Reimold has 5 of the 6. PA has none and Dino 1. Ball 3 high.
Sure, be taking all the way. Need a runner. Those were just 6 hits on the evening. Just need an opportunity.
And taking all the way there, and it's in for a strike. 3-1. Chris Perez, the 6th pitcher used by the Indians. Josh Tomlin is the pitcher of record to start. Ball 4 outside, so the Orioles get the tying run on, leading off in the 9th inning. Here's an update on the voting for the AT&T Player of the Game, and Nick Markakis with a healthy lead on a night in which he picked up his 1,000th career hit. Still time to text in your vote and have your voice heard, A, B, or C, to 51862. Amber and Rick will have the results coming up on O's Extra Postgame. So now we'll see what Buck Showalter elects to do. Reimold, a good base runner on. PA at the plate. The tying run is on. The winning run is at the plate. Will he go for the sacrifice to get that tying run to second, or will he play for a big inning? PA does square, and he bunts at it and misses. 0-1.
Yeah, bunted right through it.
Showalter looking on from the Oriole bench. Hanahan is in tight at third. PA squares again, gets it down, back towards the mound. Perez will get it to first, and the sacrifice successful. So PA does his job, the job he was asked to do, and now the tying run is at second base with 1 down.
Yeah, he gets it down. It's not the prettiest bunt. Off the plate, high hopper, but no place for Perez to throw it but the first base. So it looks like they'll have at least a couple of shots of trying to tie it up.
And here is Blake Davis off the bench to pinch hit for Robert Andino to give a lefty-righty matchup here. Blake started in the game last night and went 1 for 2 with an RBI.
You see him being very aggressive with the bat. Look for trying to put something in play in the first couple of pitches for Blake Davis.
Aggressive swing, and he fouled it back.
The lefty's hitting 206 against Chris Perez. Righty's just a 200. Not a lot of success, but still not a lot of strikeouts by Perez this year. It tells me a lot of fastballs. It's a good fastball. We've seen 93, 94, 95. Davis, a good fastball hitter.
Here's the 0-1 to Blake Davis, and it's low. Again, Blake Davis impressing with his batting eye and his patience at the plate. Royal fans ready to erupt. for some ninth inning magic here. It's one of the best closers in the American League. Fouls it off the other way.
An easy 95 from Chris Perez.
Reimold at second, Davis at the plate. And Perez looking to nail down the save. And the actor has used his bullpen for the matchups, all leading up to his closer, Buck Showalter, his one bullet, if you will. Blake Davis to face the righty. 1-2 the count. And it's high, 2-2.
This is the pitch you really expect something to happen. Not wanting to run the count to 3-2.
Reimold a good lead off second. One down. And he popped him up. Fooled by the pitch. Santana foul territory. Has it for the second out.
And I got the short slider from Chris Perez.
So the Orioles are down to their final out. And here is J.J. Hardy, the leadoff man. His single came in the fifth inning and helped start a two-run rally. He scored on Jones' home run. Inside nearly hit him. 1-0.
May have been a cross-up. Santana will have a conversation with Perez.
Hardy's last home run came July the 5th. That was the second game in the three-game series in Texas.
Boy, Hardy very shallow in right field, trying to cut the single off. Pretty deep in center, about average in left.
Just a slight breeze here at the ballpark. 1-0 on Hardy. And a slow roller towards third. Will it stay fair? Hanahan has it. It's a foul ball. Home plate umpire Bob Davidson had the call. Hanahan got to it before it reached the base.
This had trouble written all over it. Off the bat of Hardy. He's going to beat this down to first base, but ball goes about a foot foul.
Reimold back to second base. Two men down. 1-1 count on Hardy. Tomlin would win his 11th if Perez nails down the save. Nasty pitch. Well, you mentioned it earlier, Mike. It's all about the command, and when you throw as hard as he does and you command that off-speed stuff, that is a lethal combination.
Yeah, that fastball slider combination, if you can locate.
1-2 on Hardy. And a slow roller towards second base. Orlando Cabrera will get it to first just in time, and the Indians hold on and win it as they get it 6-5, and the Orioles' losing streak is now 9 consecutive games. So for the Orioles in the ninth, a walk and a bad left. Final score at Camden Yards, Cleveland 6 and the Orioles 5.